intelligence and, of course, that of my colleagues to allow the Minister responsible for Trade and Industry to present to the House the regulations on export and import restrictions and importation of selected strategic products 2023.
We do not have quorum to transact business, not to take a decision to transact business. Now, given the nature of the instrument the Minister wants to lay, Mr. Speaker, I want to crave your indulgence to determine the question I've raised on quorum so that we can be properly guided. In the first place, this is a very controversial issue that is being discussed by the people we represent here. Mr. Speaker, this LI we are talking of is neither in the business statement for last week nor this week. Mr. Speaker, it always come in the form of ambushing the House to do what should not be done. The first day it came here last week, it was in the form of other people addendum. Today too, it is surfacing in the form of other people addendum. And Mr. Speaker, we represent the good people of Ghana, the importers, exporters, and the service providers. Mr. Speaker, but for the diligence and due diligence and determination of the minority leader, Ghanaians wouldn't have heard anything about it if the House had been ambushed for the instrument to be laid in the first day. It was when the laying was arrested that Guta got to speak about it, the media got to speak about it, and even members of parliament here got to speak about it. It was after then that even the subsidiary legislation committee of this House, which is mandated to consider regulations, constitutional instrument, and legislative instrument, was given the opportunity to see an instrument of that nature.
Provisions and imperatives of laying a legislative instrument, obviously referring to the fact that it is the province of the particular person who brings it, be it the minister or if any other person has the authority to bring it. It is that authority who brings it to the floor, lays it before Parliament, and the drafters of the Constitution in their own right have made in their wisdom, collective wisdom, has thought about a reason why it should take a particular process and not the usual process, Mr. Speaker, of laying bills into this House. Because in the case of bills, it will be laid for debate, available for debate by all the House. For some reason, it was decided by the drafters, the framers of the Constitution, that legislative instruments were peculiar. They were going to get just the person who, by law, has the authority to lay it in Parliament to decide on what they want to do. Mr. Speaker, it was on the basis of this that after he has drawn our attention to this fact, that he said, well, he was wondering what it is that we want to do, because he knew that the minister has the constitution to raise it. They have no say in whether an is laid in this House or not. No one, not even with respect to the Speaker. The Speaker has absolutely no right over whether a legislative instrument is laid in this House. That is the Constitution. All this threat, all this fact about that the Speaker has a right to do, has to whatever you. Mr. Speaker,
Honorable members, but I haven't called you. You will get opportunity. Please allow him. Honorable Podo, just resume your seat.
Mr. Speaker, so what it is that...
Honorable, you resume your seat. I'll come back to you.
The House has a say, but I was going to go there. It wasn't a question of laying. The House has no say with respect to the fact that I lay it. That's what I'm talking about. The laying, you have no control over it. The Speaker has no control over it with respect. Mr. Speaker, the Constitution says it. Mr. Speaker, it is when after it has been laid, then it is referred to the subsidiary committee of the House. Then a decision is made whether it will be annulled or it will not. But that then requires a two-thirds majority of this House, Mr. Speaker, to annul it.
And let me be very clear. This House is guided by our standing orders. And so the Honorable Agaga was within his right to have called for a quorum. It's guided by our standing orders. In this House, Honorable Speaker, we must know what we are doing here. The Minister of Trade and Industry is here to lay a regulation to restrict the import of the following items: rice, poultry, margarine, fruit juice, soft drinks, mineral water, noodles, pasta, ceramic tiles, mosquito coil and insecticides, soaps and detergents, motor cars, iron and steel, fish, sugar, clothing, apparel, biscuits. We can only produce less than 30% of the tomatoes we eat, and so many of the lists we are talking about. If the minister is addressing an issue such as this, we must have an input. Honorable Speaker, what is the capacity to address this in the next 6 months, for example? We don't have. So the Honorable Minister is so wrong to have argued that this House and the members who represent the people
Honorable Member,
do not have a say.
Honorable Member, well noted.
But it's important we note, Honorable Speaker, please. It's important we state that we have serious concerns about these regulations. I'll read you one of them. This minister should be given the power to decide that tomorrow morning I don't feel good, your license is cancelled. We should give him that power. I read your document and we don't accept it.
Is it a question that you will not accept it? Yeah,
Let me begin by commending the majority leader and the minority leader who have shown leadership on this same matter. I had seen the leader of the House, very typical of him, signaling the minority leader on the same matter. I know they stepped up a number of times, and our leader has done significant amendment to the said document to be laid. I want to appeal to police that we should be calm about this. It's about our country. And Deputy Leader, I see how emotional you are. We appreciate this matter, subject matter. It's a very important subject matter. Importation and restriction, extremely important. And hence, Speaker, I want to appeal to your high office. Let's defer this matter, any further discussion on this matter, to our respected leaders to do what they have to do, and so that at the appropriate time we can action on it.